All right, first of all, most of you already know I am one of the most spontaneous people that you've probably ever met in your life. I love change. I live on change and new scenery, and I did a thing. I did a thing, guys. First of all, let's be clear, I have no problems with the e-bike. I enjoyed the e-bike. It still folds up great. It's great for some exercise. It's great for getting around. But there was a piece of me missing. And if you've been following me on YouTube for a while now, you know I have had several bikes on the back of RVs. And ladies and gentlemen, the urge was just too much. I could not resist. I picked up a motorcycle, and it's already, well, some time has passed. So I've got everything figured out with the motorcycle now, but this is the biggest bike that I've ever owned. Not the biggest and fastest I've ever rode, but this is the biggest motorcycle that I have ever owned legally. Guess how much I paid for this motorcycle right here? $600. $600 cash. You know what? The end of the season right now, this is the time to buy. It is a motorcycle buyer's market right now. End of the season, up here, you either gotta put it in storage, you gotta winterize it, or you gotta sell it and move on because you didn't use it enough when it was sunny. Me, I'm gonna take it and we're gonna go explore down where it's sunny other places. So what is it exactly? It's a Honda. These things are bulletproof. It's a Honda CMX 250. That's a 250cc bike, also referred to as the Rebel line. You know, I'll say a couple things. This bike has two stereotypes. People would say this is a beginner's bike, and people are still saying that this bike is great for women. This bike doesn't have the torque and power and speed of some of the bikes that go 120, 130 miles an hour. And the reason why people would say it's great for a beginner or a woman is because it's great for short people. And by short, I'll take it down and show you because it's on the lift right now. But this seat height right here is 26 inches. Now, even my Honda scooter was 31 inches off the ground where the seat was at. My TW200, 30 inches. 26 inches is this seat right here. It's single cylinder. It will go 78 miles an hour. I can confirm that because I rode this, just that one little section where the speed limit was 78 miles per hour. But yeah, it's plenty of power. It goes 0 to 60 in 12 seconds. It takes 12 seconds to get there. But it's a 5-speed, and there are several really important reasons why I chose this motorcycle over anything else. First of all, if you're part of the RV community, you already know that we have a limited weight capacity if we want to put the bike up on the hitch right here. A lot of people tow cars, or they have cargo trailers that have their dual motorcycles in. Well, I'm by myself. I don't want to have to back up or unhitch or do anything like that. I just want it up off the ground where it's easy for me. And so for that reason, I have a 500-pound weight limit on the tongue. I can also tow 5,000 pounds. So I went with the same exact steel carrier right here. It is a 100-pound carrier. That thing weighs 100 pounds, and it has a payload of up to 600 pounds. That doesn't mean you can put 600 pounds on the back of your RV. You're still limited to the weight limit of the hitch, which is 500. Guess how much this bike weighs? 330 pounds soaking wet, full of all fluids. So it only weighs 30 pounds more than the TW200, or 30 pounds more than the Honda PCX 150 that I had, or 30 pounds more than the Van 200, which was a runner-up, a close runner-up. We got disc brakes in the front. We got drum brakes in the back here, dual spring suspension in the back. Here's a key to lock the helmet up. No storage underneath the seat here. It does hold 2 people. There's the foot pegs right there. Don't know why that was out. Like I said, single cylinder, 2.5 gallon fuel tank. This sucker gets 70 miles per gallon. 70 miles per gallon, 7 miles per gallon. I mentioned I went with the same exact carrier that I've had in the past, which is great for motorcycles. It has that big long ramp here that's secured back here. I got my Rhino motorcycle straps that have the soft loop, and I just went around all the wiring and everything and straight from the bar to pull down. And it has the closed S loop. You really want these if you're going to be hauling a motorcycle on the back of your RV. Reason for that being, we are using the motorcycle suspension to help get it a smoother ride. So if the RV's going over bumps and stuff, there is a chance that the suspension on the forks or back here is going to flex a little bit. And when that flexes, you don't want this coming off and losing your motorcycle on the road. So a closed loop S ratcheting strap Rhino is made here in the US. I've always gone with them. Like I said, my 4th time buying this carrier, 3rd time buying these particular straps here. Bike's got, what, now 12,692 miles on it. Some might say that's a lot of miles for a motorcycle, but this is a really good bulletproof bike. It is very common out there. It's also very easy to work on. I'm not afraid of 12,000 miles. Again, I got this bike for 600 bucks. The chain is in pretty good condition. All I've done to it so far is I gave it a fresh oil change. The oil was really bad. And then on the road, the clutch pedal fell off on me. Now the linkage was still, kind of hanging off the bike, but it lost this bolt and came out. And I did save the Allen wrench bolt that goes in here. Had to get a new stud there. And I put some Loctite on it this time, and now we're good. And, I always learn from my mistakes in the past. I've always put trailer lights on these because it might not look like it blocks the reverse light down there. If you're standing over here, you can't see that brake light or turn signal, and it definitely blocks part of the blinker right there. So I installed this truck 60-inch LED strip right here. I'll show it to you later tonight also, but it's split in half so that when you turn your left blinker on, just this half blinks, or that half blinks, or when you hit the brakes, the whole thing's red. You cannot miss what my intentions are anymore. So here at night we can see, I'll turn the normal running lights on. You can see what's lit up. Some stuff is hidden, but when I hit the brake lights, it's very clear that I am braking. There's your left blinker with the lower blinker on, and there's the right blinker, clearly visible. We'll turn the 4-way flashers on, and I have absolute certainty that you're going to know what my intentions are going down the road. And that was a simple wiring thing. It comes with the 4-pin, and then I have my 4-pin plugged into an adapter that goes into the 7-pin round RV exterior. See where my license plate's at? That's because the old existing place where the license plate was at is completely blocked. Right back there. So that's not gonna work. I could have put it, I don't know, down here, but there's clearance issues. I could have put it lower than this, but then if I bottom out, I'll ruin the plate. For me, there just was no other option than to cut the wire of the license plate light, splice it back up over the fuel tank, and then I drilled a new hole right here, because if you're going to drive at night in any state, you have to have a light on your license plate. I remounted it there for the reason because I covered the motorcycle and made sure that you can still see that plate no matter what behind me, see? I have now put on over 100 and maybe like close to 110 miles on the bike since I picked it up. Got it all licensed, gonna switch it over to another state here soon. But for right now, licensed, insured, $99 was my plan for the whole year for insurance through Geico. Paid upfront for the whole year. And she's a nice looking bike. You can see that the clearance here, we've got about, 4 inches from the handlebar back that way. The rear steps here are still accessible. I just have to put my foot on like that and climb up this way to get on the roof if I need to. And when I'm driving, I don't even feel anything. I got the locking pin on the hitch down there. Obviously, I've got the camera while I'm driving. I can physically see what's going on while I'm driving. And I've always got security camera on it 24/7 as well. I'm going to add an alarm to this in the future. I'm going to be chaining it up in the future. This is my new toy to get around town. We could park the RV at a place like a Walmart or something close. And I can take this on into town where it's a lot easier to park and maneuver. But let me show you how I can get this thing off the ramp here and show you what it looks like when I sit on it. So I'll remove the ramp first. It's got 2 pins that slip right in there, like that. Release the back strap. Then I'll release this front strap and let the bike lean on the back of the RV a little bit. And now, the bike is free to roll on back. As long as it's in neutral, all I gotta do is hold the brake up here so it doesn't come down too fast. Just like that. Now, get on this thing. I am flat-footed, both feet. If you don't know, I'm a short guy. I'm only 5'6". I know you can't really tell that from my videos unless I'm standing next to somebody else who's tall, but I'm a short guy. This bike feels perfect for me. You know, and besides the clutch pedal coming out on me on the very first ride, it has a couple nicks in the tank, okay? You can see them when you're up close, but I mean, really, you can't even see them from back here almost. So I'm not really worried about that, and I may be able to fix that later. I got my DOT approved half helmet here, and I've got some of these motorcycle glasses that have some foam around the eye, but also let in some air so you don't get these fogged up. You know, wear all the proper safety gear, don't do what I do, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is the legal limit. I mean, I can be shorts and t-shirt and, you know, it's not the law to have pants, but hey, maybe you want to wear more gear. This is a carbureted motorcycle, so the carb is up here. It needs more. First time I rode it today. It's quiet. It's super quiet. And we're ready to go. Now, I don't have a full face helmet, so I won't be able to show you what the sound sounds like, you know, like inside the helmet and whatnot. But I feel like I'm riding a zero gravity chair with wheels. It's like a Cadillac, man. And it's so easy to maneuver. It's a super fun bike. I do apologize for the wind noise though. In future videos, I will definitely be showing a lot more of this bike, utilizing it more to get around, obviously. I need to take these off too. I don't need to ride with those on there. But yeah, plenty of power for one person. She will go 78 miles an hour, just so you know. But it's just a tool, right? Yeah. Just a tool to make better videos and go more places. Whatever, it's also fun, man. It's just so nimble. I love being back on two wheels. What a super fun bike. I am really going to enjoy this, guys. So, just wanted to give you a quick update and show you the bike, get the introduction out of the way so that you know I have it, and that you know you're gonna see a lot more of Miss Roxy here. Roxanne the Rebel, when she's in trouble. When she's in a good mood, just Roxy the Rebel. I will see you back in 2 days, guys. Bye-bye.